With our beautiful guest, Becca Leads.
Hello.
Becca, welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Good,
nice
how
to
are
see you
you?
today. Thank you so much for joining our very first episode today. It truly means a lot to me. Now, Becca, you will find everywhere in Fresno. If you go to any GB3, if you go to HCK, if you go to any of the fun night spots, odds are you'll probably run into this sober driver for all her friends, right?
A bit of a social butterfly.
Yeah?
Yes.
So tell us what you like to do for fun when you're here in Fresno.
Let's see. So when I'm not working, yeah, like you said, at GB3 or going out to dance and have fun at HCK, I have a little obsession with my dog.
Okay. Okay.
So probably 5-6 days a week we go to the dog park, and I could spend probably 5 hours there.
What kind of dog do you have?
He's a mutt. I got him. He's a rescue from Detroit when I lived there for
No
3 years.
way.
Yes, so I got him and I couldn't leave him there, so he came back with me when I moved back.
So you're from Detroit? I didn't know that.
So I'm born and raised here in the Valley. Moved away for 3 years, tried something different, was not a fan of the cold, and I missed my family, so I came back. So
Interesting.
yeah, I've been back now for almost 2 years.
And tell us just a little bit more about Detroit. I'm interested to hear about it. I don't know about our
Oh gosh,
viewers, but
okay, so
I want to hear
first-
about Detroit.
Not a cold person, found that out
Okay.
really fast. Detroit's amazing. I lived in Ann Arbor, so
Awesome.
it's not that far from Detroit though, but it's such a huge college town.
Oh yeah.
So everyone's my
mom
age.
was born in Ann Arbor.
Everyone's my age, and I love sports, and the sports pride out there, anything Detroit, Ann Arbor is amazing. The pride is so crazy. The tailgates are fun.
Interesting.
And you know, I never watched hockey until I moved there, and now hockey is hands down my favorite sport.
It's interesting to hear that from you because I actually learned recently in these last few weeks that Michigan is the hardest school to get into for sports and dance and cheer.
I believe it.
So it's cool
There's
to
a
hear
lot
that
of
backed
talent.
up, right? It's not just a rumor.
No.
So
Oh,
what
no.
brought you back besides the cold?
Besides the cold, honestly, family, job opportunities weren't. It's not that they weren't great out there. It's just nothing I was looking for. I'm a sunshine person, and it's a lot easier to be social and go out here, I feel like, than there. It's a lot of, I mean, no offense, but I'm just not into like medicine or, you know, being a super athlete, and that's
Right.
really what people are out
So
there for. I feel
Fresno
like.
has better jobs and more fun stuff to do
Oh, yeah.
than Detroit?
Yes, it's more affordable. It has so
Interesting.
much more opportunities here. I mean, like Greg was saying, it's just there's for such a big city, it is a small town. Like there's a million things to do, but I don't know. It's just there's so many opportunities. I have friends that are school teachers, people that are doing PR for clubs. I mean, there's a million things that you can do in Fresno.
Yeah, and since it's such a progressive place, there's a lot of creativity going back to that. There's a lot of things that are being built here, or being created or made, or a lot of people are finding out that you can do what you love and still make a career out of it. It may take a little bit of elbow grease and a few nights staring at the ceiling kind of hungry, but hey, I'm telling you, you can get there right here in Central Valley, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
So Becca works at GB3, not just one. I've
Yes.
seen her in every single one. I used to work at GB3.
All of them.
The most popular front desk girl, I guess, or front desk attendant that you could say. Everybody knows her, and not just at one gym, all of the gyms.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's expand on that. How did you do that? I mean, what do you think? Is it your personality?
So it has a lot to do with that. I've worked everything from the 4 a.m. opening shift to closing shifts all the way to like midnight, but it has a lot to do with me being able to rotate around the gyms. You know, George gives us the opportunity to go and work back and forth. We get to learn sales, so it's like I get to interact and give pricing, memberships, give free week passes so you can come try out the gym for a whole week before you sign up to make sure you like the gym and like the facilities. But because I worked at all 5 locations, I don't know, I might have a more recognizable face too, but yeah, it's helped a lot. People when I go out, I think, know me more than I know them. People walk up and just go, GB3! Like, yeah, that's me. Hey. But even if they don't know my name, it's fun to be recognized and associated with GB3. It's a good company, and I have made the best friends there. Every front desk girl, guaranteed, hands down, we hang out outside of work, not just at work too, and I can call those girls my close friends.
I can tell you right now, just from working in so many different companies, specifically gyms all over California, you don't find too many people who truly love their job and truly enjoy their job. Somebody can just say everything that she just said, but you can truly feel it when you talk.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you are looking for a gym membership, specifically at GB3, I would actually go talk to Becca and ask some advice versus even George Brown himself, because she can tell you those little ins and outs. She can tell you, when is a good time to come, when is not a good time to come.
Yeah.
what's going to be open and what's not, when not to do chest day, when not to do leg day, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we also haven't gone into how you like to work out. Now, you work at the gym. Do you use the gym?
So I do use the gym, probably not as much as you should, but that has a lot to do with, well, I'm there a lot, so it's kind of,
Nobody blames you.
When I want to go home, I kind of want to Netflix and chill
Yeah.
instead of, but I do it. It feels better to work out, and you realize that once you stop working out. So even just doing what I do, which is minimal, but 20 minutes to an hour of cardio a day, and then even keeping your meal prep up, it just makes you feel better. It gives you more of a natural energy. And
meal prepping, huh? Meal
Yeah.
prep. So I want to talk about that. Give us an example of your meal prep.
So I'm more high protein for sure. I'm loving chicken. Just learning how to make it differently. I'm not a bland girl, and I'm not a huge fan of vegetables.
Okay. Real quick before you go any farther, just for our viewers, you're high protein. They don't really know what that is. Give me
Yeah.
an example of high protein. So how many grams? What kind of proteins?
So, like I said, I'm new to the whole meal prepping thing, so I'm still learning too. But I like chicken. Chicken's my favorite, and I love ground turkey.
Okay.
So those are the two I'm learning to do. And I don't know. I like seasonings. I've found I'm obsessed with them. I'm a spicy person.
Spicy,
so
okay.
Cayenne on everything.
All right. All right.
I like garlic. I like sriracha. I love sriracha, I think, on everything. So those have been just my go-to things so far. And it's fun because I'm so new to the meal prepping. And you see people just eat rice chicken.
Right.
That just looks terrible.
Right, it's the spice of life, right?
It just doesn't look fun. So it's fun to learn new ways to make things like ground turkey. You can make it ground turkey like taco meat and eat it like that. It's still good. Or you can make turkey burgers. Turkey burgers are so good, and spinach. They're really good. My friends who are personal trainers and nutritionists too.
Yeah, and she has a lot of free sessions from them. Trust me, I've seen her work it before. I know.
They teach you ways too. So like it's fun to ask around, and you'll see people bring it to the gym because I'm there so much, and I'm always like, oh, what is that? That looks way better than what I brought today. So yeah, they teach you different ways of.
You have a good answer for this. I've asked you this before. Now, what do you eat? What do you eat for? Not just for losing weight and looking good. Do you eat for your skin, your health, your energy? There's a lot of things that you eat for.
Absolutely.
Other than just looking great all the time.
So like I said, I'm a known front desk girl, but I'm also known as the front desk girl. They walk in, they're like, oh, there's donuts. Becca must be working today. I love them, but I've noticed just making that drastic change in my diet and doing the meal prep, it's a lot cheaper than eating out every day. So much cheaper. And it makes you feel better. You get in this habit, and then once you start in the habit of eating healthy like that, the second you're like, you know what, I'm going to give in and I want pizza or burger, you feel gross the next day. And you're like, I just realized I can't even eat that junk food anymore. And you feel better eating.
And I really want to break that stigma, especially here in the Central Valley where eating healthy is not expensive. It's cheap, especially here when you have all this available produce to you. Going out, a meal is going to be $8.99 to $15.99 to $20 plus a tip, plus the means to get there.
Exactly.
Plus the guilt afterwards.
Yeah.
Plus you never know how your day's going to go after that. Because I know for myself, you told me before, I eat so I can wake up at 4 in the morning and work.
Yeah.
And so I can have energy. When I eat terrible, I feel like a sloth.
You just have to learn to make it fun. And I am, like I said, it's all new to me. I am 100% the donuts, pizza, extra cheese on everything person. But it's fun, and you make it fun by your friends. Start wanting to meal prep with you, and then I've had 4 of us all cooking our meal preps. We'll have 16 Rubbermaids on the counter just ready to meal prep, and one's cooking chicken, one's cooking rice, one's got pasta going. It's fun. You just gotta make it fun, and then it's not just chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice.
Inspiring to inspire. So
Oh, yeah.
meal prepping is not just for eating and being
No.
healthy. It's also for building another source of community.
Put some music on and get cooking.
That's what I'm talking
it's
about.
fun. Have a girls' night, but for meal
some
prepping.
leopard print and zebra aprons and just get to work, right? So, a couple minutes left. Becca, a few more things I want to ask you. What do you think we could do to make the Central Valley better? And I like your humanistic perspective. I like your nonprofit. You're bettering the world.
Oh, yeah.
Helping animals. Maybe that would be a good answer for you, is to help animals, because I know you're all about your dog.
I love animals. I love everything about that. So I think promoting small businesses, first off, is like one of my biggest things. I love promoting for people, even if I don't work at HCK, but I'll promote a DJ here and then, or same thing, GB3 or Central Valley Talk, like for instance.
Super cool.
I love spreading the word, especially because it's not that I have a big following, but I'm friendly. A lot of people know me just from little places here and there, so then they'll come to me and be like, hey, do you know what's going on this weekend? Hey, this. So I think we need to do more promoting, first off. But going back to animals, there's not a lot of dog parks. That's like a huge thing for me. I love that, and I think we need more.
Oh, good idea.
I go to Woodward Park because my dog is big and he likes to run, and there's always a dog there to play with. But there's not a lot of places where he can swim, or that have just, I don't know. It just needs to be more places to take your dog off leash.
It's interesting to hear you say that because I live in San Diego, so there's dog parks
everywhere.
Yeah. And they're so crowded, and they're some of the funnest places to go because your dogs run up to each other and they're hanging out, having a good time like you. I don't know, I'm a weirdo and I love animals, but it's so cool to watch. So you guys, that's definitely going to be one of our missions, is to get a dog park, and you have a spokesman for it right here. How much better does it get, right?
Yeah.
So I have another question for you.
Okay.
What do you think that we could do to make the Central Valley a healthier place?
Healthier place. So, we have a ton of gyms, obviously. What I've noticed is a lot of people just that come into GB3, which GB3 is privileged, and we are one of the only gyms in Fresno that have a pool. A lot of people come in asking for the pool, for swim lessons, stuff like that. And we live somewhere where it's hot. Probably 8 months out of the year. People love swimming, and swimming is guaranteed one of the only exercises, probably along with jump roping, that works every muscle in your body.
Right.
And I think more people want to swim.
Wow.
Maybe public pools.
Swimming has zero impact on the joints. It has much more ab innervation than doing traditional workouts, just strength training and just running.
Another thing that being turned into fun instead of exercise too.
Great answer. So Becca, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to me and Becca's little chat about GB3 and Central Valley life. We look forward to seeing what she's going to bring to our community and to our society. Remember, you can go check her out at GB3, specifically Cedar and Knees, but you'll see her a little bit everywhere. You guys, we'll see you in about 3 minutes. Central Valley Talk.
Letty Pingatori focuses on the unique needs of each client. Call Letty if you need a realtor in the Central California area, looking out